Welcome to your daily focus, November the 29th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And Dylan has captured a bone under my dresser, so he's got it cornered. So you might hear a little bit of rustling there as he tries to free it. Okay, numerology. Well, it is the 29. 2 plus 9 is 11, and November is an 11 month. So we have that double 11 energy already serving us today. So when we get there via the 29, it usually usually requires more energy. We need to put more effort into it. But the results, the success down the road is greater because of it. So, and then if we take the numerology of the day and we add the day together, we get a 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. So how do we stand in our truth? Once again, the 25 talks about a struggle that we have to overcome in order to really step into success. So it's one of those days again where we really need to pay attention to maybe not the good things that are happening into our life, but the things that we are struggling through in our life, to understand where we need to put our focus, how we need to approach the situation, what new ways can we entertain ourselves into what we want, envision what we want. So the moon is in Capricorn for today, and I believe part of the day of tomorrow. But then during the weekend, our focus will change a lot because the moon will move into Aquarius, and we'll have that freer kind of thinking, imagination, growth potential. And sun is in Sag. So it's the adventure, the opportunity that we want to step into. So where do we want to succeed? It's calling for a focus. It's calling for a roll up your sleeves and get to work kind of energy today, I would think, when you combine the numerology and the astrology together. Let's see what the cards have to say, shall we? So our first card, while I was shuffling it, it was like every major arcana card made an appearing. I thought, oh my goodness, are we going to get this? So do we? Well, we have the Queen of Cups. Well, I just got this vision of her taking that cup and dumping it upside down and thinking about, now how am I going to fill it? So maybe it's time to really look at the things that we supposedly have a value towards. And is it really a value in our life? Does it support us? Does it move us forward? Does it align with our focus, with our intent of where we want to go? The Queen of Cups is all about loving yourself. So this could also be, cutting out the chatter, the negative chatter that goes on in our subconscious throughout the day. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not... Whatever your reason for. I would be doing that today, but what's the but? And fill it with things that you can do today. So if it's, I don't have the talent, well, I didn't have the talent up till now, but now I know how to obtain the talent, appreciate my own talent, bring in the talent from other resources and work collectively towards a goal, a dream, a desire. This is filling your cup with not only your value, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, the unique you, the deserving you, the worthy you. But I almost get this combining of forces. That's more of, I would think, the weekend energy. But I'm getting that now. So maybe we are looking at who we can connect with. Maybe it's like-minded people. Maybe it's, I just talked to a gentleman today, and he was telling me about his job interview that he had just walked away from. And he kept on saying, like, because I told him it's not I, it's we. So he kept on saying, every time I want to say I, it's like we're a group, we're a team, right? We all work collectively, we all bring our strengths to the table, and then we become a successful, well-oiled machine because of that going forward, especially in the workplace when you have those dynamics where everybody just works together and the flow is so seamless. So where do you want to work together? Is it? And he asked each of them. They said, "Do you have any questions for us?" At the end, do you have any questions for us? And he says, "Yes." And he had 3 or 4 interviewers. He says, "How did you start at this job, and how did you get to where you are?" And they all like, "I've never been asked that before." And he found out a little bit about each of them. And but that's what you want to do. You want to reach out to people who have already walked the walk. So if you want a successful marriage, I mean, go to the seniors home and talk to some of those beautiful people that have 50, 60, 70, 80 years under their belt of a relationship. I mean, go to somebody who's already done it and then understand what they're telling you, because it's probably going to have to put a shift in your own way of thinking or your own perception of how you should give yourself, or how you need to support, or how you need the support. And get around like-minded people. I don't know why all that came out with that card, but that's what I got. So 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, this is really standing in your truth. This is a standing in your truth kind of card. Remember, there will be difficult situations where we will need to stand in our truth and be sure and true to ourselves, and not go with the norm of what everybody else thinks, says, does. And some people may walk away. That's a actual possibility. And some people may come forward. That's an actual possibility. But this is really about standing in your truth today. Really about standing in your truth. The 7 energy is very strong for us. And then we have the Capricorn moon allowing us to make the plan for how we are going to each and every day stand in our truth. So we may be changing some little behavior or habit within our lifestyle in order to bring that into being, or at least bring it into a consistency, perhaps. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is passion and joy and love. This is our knight in shining armor coming to whisk us away. Or perhaps you are the knight in shining armor. This is telling you to also have the balance. And it's been a theme. Having the balance. Understanding the balance. Ever since Uranus went retrograde. And I think it's the only one in retrograde, so the planets are starting to speed up. You want to watch time go by fast. Right now, watch it, because so we have to make the moments count. We have to take time for joy and happiness and togetherness and connection. So, but ever since, I mean, that's really the message of the Uranus retrograde, is to understand where in our lives we need the true balance, or where we need work in our lives in order to have the true balance of body, mind, and soul. And we're figuring that out, and we're incorporating some things, and we're throwing some other things out that we thought would be great, but they're not so great after all. We're allowed to change our minds. We're allowed to try something out and take a risk on ourselves in what we love and what we cherish and what brings us joy. So the Knight of Cups appears, telling us to remember that balance. So we have the Queen of Cups on one end, the Knight of Cups on the other, and we have the 5 of Swords in between. And the 5 of Swords is saying, stand in your truth. Enjoy the things that you enjoy in life. Talk to the people that will give you wisdom, knowledge, understanding, so you can make the plan and fill that cup exactly as you want it to be filled, and allow it to overflow. Let go of yesterday. I got that image of the cup going right upside down, and everything that was there is out, and we're going to refill that cup now. We're going to reanalyze perhaps what we truly want in our life and what we don't want, and what we think has value in our life and what really doesn't have value when we really take a good, strong look at it. So there could be that aha moment, that epiphany there of something that you do in your daily routine that is completely unnecessary and maybe wasting your time or your energy or your resources, are holding you back. Perhaps it's something that you wanted to step into and seeing the way forward because of it. We have a lot of beautiful energy, potent energy, all saying that there may be more of a struggle. It may be harder to get there, but the success is undeniably greater. So utilize that energy today to make the plan, to work the plan, understand your truth and stand in it, and bring in joy and harmony into your life. It's a tall order, isn't it? I look for positive aspects in every experience. I look for positive aspects in every experience, no matter what happens. Um, Search for the positive in it. You're driving somewhere, you're late, and all of a sudden you hit construction and everything just comes to a moving parking lot kind of stop. And all of a sudden you get negative and you get frustrated, and I'm already late, and this is the fourth time, and goodness, and you just start imagining the worst of the worst. You just start spiraling in that negative thought, and by the time you have moved a couple of feet, you are angry at the construction. Or you could say, well, I was going to be late when I started out. I guess I should have started earlier. So maybe I will work on that going forward and give myself an extra 15 minutes or give myself an extra half hour. So even when I'm in this situation, I can sit back and relax and say, so I'll just be on time today instead of early. Or maybe this is a good time to put on an audiobook or listen to do my affirmations for the day, or create a mission statement while I'm sitting here of what I truly do want. With every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for the positive aspects of whatever you are inviting your attention to, you may maintain your connection to well-being. So you do, when you raise your level of expectancy of what is in front of you and it's going to make you happy, it's going to bring you joy, it's going to bring you a smile. Whenever you are looking for that to happen, it'll happen more readily for you than the negative. I start out every morning. I'm not no better than anybody else, and I'm sitting there, and I usually talk to my spirit guides and angels on the beginning of my trip. I ask for my protection. And then somebody will cut me off or something. I'll be like, oh my goodness, where did you get your license? And I'm like, I can't believe how quick I can flip on that. So it's being knowledgeable, because a lot of times we do that during the day. We don't even realize we're doing it during the day. We're just on automatic pilot. Everybody else does it. We do it. It's part of the norm, right? Well, let's make it abnormal and make it part of the norm to say, what a beautiful sky. Look at that bird. Listen to its song. Look at that little flower growing there out of that crack. How determined is that? Kittens, puppies, babies, whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you happy. And turn that thought to it. Maybe think of a person that you love when you find yourself spiraling into a negative. Because situations, we're busy, and situations occur. And this is a day when situations can definitely occur and really allow us to really just step into that comfort zone of negativity. And, we want to get uncomfortable. We want to raise the bar a little bit on ourselves, and it may be a little bit more difficult to constantly be looking at our unconscious thoughts and making them conscious thoughts and flipping them in a way that brings in positivity, raises our vibration, makes us a magnet for what we truly want in our life. So I look for positive aspects in every experience. every experience, every person. No matter how horrific a person may seem on the outside, there's beauty within. And no matter how beautiful we look on the outside, there's a little touch of ugh inside of each and every one of us. And that's what makes us unique and wonderful and beautiful. Let's see what our animals have to say. Get busy. It's a doing kind of day. Get busy, says the bee. Remember, bees, it's a hive and everybody has their job to do. So, even though that energy is more towards the weekend, I hear a calling for it where we need to maybe look to new groups of people to attach with, or to really step into the experience of a group of people that can work collectively towards a common goal, a desire, a dream. So people matter. Nobody is an island. Busy, active, goal setting, and fertility. The happiest people are those who are too busy to notice whether they are or not. B tells you it's time to get busy. Instead of trying to get all your projects done by yourself, ask for assistance. Everybody has strengths. Some are leaders while others are followers. Know the category you fit best in and use that to your advantage. While you may hate to clean, there are others who love doing it. While you may love to organize, others may need direction on how best to accomplish that. There shouldn't be shame in your talent at all. Whatever it is, you should be quite proud of who you are and why you're like that. I was talking to one time, he says, if I have an argument with somebody, I just cut them right out of my life. I just can't have another thing to do with them. And I go, and they go, well, people tell me I should have a conversation, make up with them. And I said, and have you followed that advice in the past? And, well, the odd time. I said, and are they still your friend today? No. So you instinctually know who raises your vibration, who lowers your vibration. Somebody else is telling you that that's not the right way for you. But for that person, it is. For 80% of us, it's not. So I said you need to look at that not as a failure of human character, but as a strength of being able to read human character. There shouldn't be shame in your talent. Cooperation and delegation is key with the bee. Embrace B by taking small steps, but begin the project or task in front of you, even if it seems impossible. Any action is action towards fulfilling your goal. One of the most important things to remember if you want to be successful is that procrastination is your biggest enemy. And delaying things sabotages your goals. Don't lose hope and remain determined. B is also known for fertility, and this may be a sign that it's right time to add a child in your life. Or maybe it's a new project, a new person, a new behavior, a new habit. You may also want to start an exercise program. B lets you know that in order to motivate yourself, you need to work as a team. Instead of running on a treadmill, join a volleyball team. Instead of walking around the block by yourself, ask your neighbor to join you. The pressure you put on yourself will greatly decrease, and engage others who can help motivate you. And some people don't need motivation for things like walks and whatnot, and some people actually prefer that to be their quiet time. And absolutely, so look at other things that you can do where maybe you can't motivate yourself in such a way as you can when you perhaps walk, and step into a group of people that collectively meet, because when we become accountable, we need to be accountable, and so we show up even when we don't want to, and we end up having a lot of fun and take away a lot of knowledge usually when that happens. So look at your life and where you kind of pull back, and look at how you can incorporate other people into your life to make sure that that doesn't happen going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.